also really looking forward to this episode.
Really?
Yeah, more than a Doom episode, actually.
I can imagine. Yeah, you're more of a black metal fan.
Yes. Yeah.
I would not take you for a black metal fan.
But
look black. Maybe you should put corpse paint or something.
I've never put corpse paint actually. No.
I did a couple of times. Why not? Why haven't you? You cheesy?
Maybe. Also, I listen to I used to listen to a lot of black metal, but I don't necessarily identify as a black metal head. Maybe.
Yeah. Just taste wise.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway,
you're a melodic death person.
Let's start the episode.
Let's start.
But we're going to start with that. Welcome to another episode of Ondergronds Kabaal. Talking about, obviously, black metal this time.
Yes, the blackest of the black.
Yes.
Ending the year with
dark, demonic shit.
Yes, it's December.
Yes.
Christmas is coming.
Christmas is coming. All hail Satan, Santa. We don't know. Yeah, but it was interesting looking back on this episode because I rediscovered lots of great bands again.
I did too. There's one that actually was mentioned by Stefan from one of the bands that you mentioned.
Okay.
And we were talking the other day in the studio, and he mentioned them. I'm like, oh my God, how did I forget them? And they're not on Spotify.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the issue also. So I went back to Method Archives, made sure that they have 3 albums.
Yeah.
And I put them on my main list.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So if we're gonna play some of their music, I need to figure out where to.
That's true.
Yeah, but they are probably on Bandcamp, right?
I don't know.
Probably because lots of these underground artists and lots of these black metal guys are underground artists.
They're done, no? They're done since 2005.
Oh, they're already they're no longer active. Okay. What? Don't spoil it.
Maybe I'll start with them.
Don't spoil it. But maybe we can find their music, or we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
I hope so.
Maybe we can just get it on CD somewhere and put it in.
Oh, that would be nice. Yeah. YouTube, you cannot convert from YouTube or something.
Well, we can.
Yep.
I'm not sure we legally can, but we can find it. We will find it.
But
somehow.
Really, I had the same thing, rediscovering some bands, reigniting some love for some bands.
Yeah, for sure.
Some albums. There are a couple of bands that the albums that I haven't listened to in a while, I'm like, oh, wow, this is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So much details, when you listen with inclination towards details and stuff like that, you feel the weight of the album and the songs. Yep.
Yeah, and also a lot of bands that I hadn't listened to in quite a while, and then rediscovering those bands, but also listening to albums that I hadn't listened to at all because I only listened to the latest album or something like that.
Same. It happened also with a couple of bands, indeed. Yeah, like wow, I missed this one. I didn't know that existed. And one of them I will mention. Actually, I knew the older albums from them. Mm-hmm. I like them. They're okay. It's an important band, but the newer stuff I didn't listen to before, and now I listen to more, like with focus.
Yeah.
Oh God, it's just reignited the love, but also I chose songs from those albums, like better than the old stuff.
Nice.
For me, at least.
Well, if no one listens to Ondergronds Kabaal, at least we're having a newfound love for all these bands.
Yeah. When you dissect them, and you feel connection with them.
For sure.
Yeah.
I also heard that you have 4 instead of the 3 that we were supposed to. So maybe you should start actually this episode.
All right. Should I start with the one?
Just go with whatever.
Let's go. All right. So this one is the one that I completely forgot, and I had their tapes, couple of tapes, the first 2 albums, 3 albums actually, all of them. I had them on tapes when I was younger. They have 3 albums. Started out in early 90s. And this band did in 2005, I think, 2006 maybe. Mm-hmm. Their latest album was 2000.
Okay.
And the band is called Liar of Golotha.
Never heard of that.
Yeah.
That's a Dutch band?
Yeah.
Okay.
And a couple of them were with Thanatos. They joined Thanatos later on.
Okay.
The bassist and the drummer. I mean, I was listening to Ancient Wars. That's the latest album they did in 2000. Awesome. Melodic black. Just like I have here my melodic black with growls and shrieks. The vocals does death metal and black metal, and both sound amazing. and they incorporate a little bit of not a little bit, some synth here and there, and they put it like densely when they use it. The '90s synth that we talked about many times.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound cheesy. It sounds charming.
Yeah.
Just epic. A lot of riffs, a lot of transitions, a lot of harmonies, a lot of thought was put into it. You know, heaps of cool, catchy riffs, chugging and tremolo picking. They have like chugging riffs. Sometimes I feel a little bit not death, but you know, the bordering on blackened death in some points and some parts, but not really death. It's just a part that would come all of a sudden, and you were surprised that it sounds really heavy and dense and riffage, basically, not just tremolo picking. Yeah, they are, you know, can be emotional, very transcendent, and sometimes very vicious, very savage. So, yeah, this band, I listened to them back in Egypt. I think I got the first 2 albums and then got the third one. I think the first one was 95 or 6, and then 98, and then 2000, and then this band in 2005. Yeah, an underrated gem, a classic. I don't know how influential they are, but since Stefan mentioned them to me, and he was very passionate about it because I was telling him that we have a black metal episode, it seems like they left an impact and mark on some people, especially the older dudes.
Yeah.
Stefan is one of the old schoolers, so yeah, important band, needs to have more Day in the Sun.
Yeah, I have never heard of the name, actually.
I think you'll like them, Melodic Black. Yeah, I don't know, they're not so technical. I know you like technical stuff, but melodic and dense.
Yeah.
I think you would enjoy them.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Yep.
Speaking of how influential they are, the Dutch black metal community, I think it's very underground, but it's also very close-knit. It's very...
they know each other?
Yeah.
All right, I don't know, but it seems like it, yeah. And I think the Dutch black metal scene is pretty huge.
Yeah.
It's huge. There's so many bands.
In the Netherlands, but also beyond the Netherlands.
Absolutely. We'll come to that also in a minute. But yeah, indeed. I don't know how well they know each other, the members and the musicians, but it seems, there's some members that transition from one band to another.
Yeah.
They go play with another band. So, yeah. Great scene. It was a very tough, that's why I chose 4, because it was very tough. I could not put one of those 4 in the shoutout list. I was like, no.
Yeah.
I need those 4 to be in the main list.
You need those 4, okay, sure.
So, Liar of Golotha, amazing band from the 90s. If you want to play a song, this is the song that, when I listened to it, the nostalgic feelings that I got, because I knew it from, really in my youth.
Yeah.
It's called Night of the Falling Stars.
Night of the Falling Stars, all right.
Killer
Looking
song.
forward to that.
Rise, miss up the moon.
my list, there were a couple of bands that I really wanted on the list, but they didn't have 3 albums. So I put all of them in my shoutout list.
Yep, same. Happened.
And then I started looking at bands that did have 3 albums, and then I actually rediscovered a band that I completely forgot about, which is weird because they had an album last year, actually.
I think the one you mentioned to me in the list, you said, I don't know how I forgot about them, because
Yes.
I didn't know them.
You didn't?
No.
Okay, well, let's
If
talk
it's
about
the-
it.
if it's the one
Probably.
What is it called?
I'm not going to tell because we're not going to start with that.
You're not sorry, all right.
Because
Suspense.
I love them too much, so I'll talk about them later. But
All right.
we're going to start with a band from actually around this area as well, Yaotzin.
Yep, that's Stefan.
Yeah.
He was from Yaotzin.
And also, I didn't know that they had 3 albums, but
Yeah.
they did, so they would qualify, actually.
Yep.
And they've actually been around for
Very long time.
for a while. Yeah,
Yep.
I think 1995,
Yep,
actually.
yep.
So they've been around. And they're still active, I think. I have...
No.
Not anymore?
On Metal Archives it says so, but because Stefan was with them on the latest album,
Yeah.
and I asked him many times now because we're playing together. He said no, Yaotzin is no more.
Oh,
Yeah.
too bad.
I told him it's a shame. It's one of the iconic bands.
Yeah.
And, I was gonna put it, but I saw it on your list. I'm like, okay, you take it.
Yeah.
I think, but they are active on Metal Archives indeed.
I think I saw
Or
them
on hold or something.
Yeah, because I think I saw them on a bill maybe last year or maybe it was
the year
already
before.
2 years before.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah. So maybe they played back then still,
Yeah.
but maybe not anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know. And also, what I didn't know is that we were talking about... let me check my notes. A Rising Rebellion. We were talking about the Rising
Hans.
Rebellion. Yeah, and Hans is in there as well.
Yep.
I didn't know.
Yep. He was with them, indeed.
So close community.
Close community.
There's a lot of overlap in all of these bands, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
At some
Especially with the ones that stopped. Like you can
Yes.
find them in different bands right away. They
Yeah.
transition and go to another band, especially if the band makes it bigger, they go bigger. They
Yeah.
focus on that and they leave the old band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, all of the bands that I chose for my list would probably be like melodic black metal
Yeah.
or maybe symphonic black metal even.
Yeah,
but
mostly also mine.
yeah. But there are lots of other cool black metal projects and bands that are in my shoutout list. Anyway, we'll get to that.
Get to that.
Yaotzin
We're very
first,
excited.
yeah. And from their latest album, actually, was 2022-ish. Yeah, 2022 was the latest album. We're gonna listen to Misanthropic Rites.
All right.
I was preparing for this episode, and I was going through my closet to find a black metal T-shirt.
Oh, what is this?
And I noticed that I don't have any black metal shirts yet, so I need to buy Dutch black metal T-shirts.
I have Misanthropia.
But this is a Black and Deathcore. I have Black and Death because I have words. I have some Black and Death shirts, but I have no black metal shirts.
Oh, that's.
I need to get some.
You need, step up.
Yeah, sorry.
Step up to the darkness.
But this Black and Death, 12 thorns. 12
band?
thorns. Yeah, you probably
12
can't
thorns.
see, but 12 thorns.
12 Thorns?
Yeah.
All right, I don't know them.
It's the Black and Deathcore band from Limburg.
Okay, cool. We're not including Black and Deathcore.
No,
All right.
just black metal
Alright.
this episode.
So, my second choice. This is in no particular order, just to mention. All of them are, the same level for me. Let's go with, leave this classic one. Let's go with Misanthropia.
All right. Yeah.
Really, again, I have the CD, first two albums on CDs, and the last album, I think I got it from one of their shows when they played with Pestilence, I think last year or something, in December, P60. The one that actually I loved the most, but I didn't listen to it for a while, this is when I discovered them, was Omerta, that album, the third album.
Yeah.
This album is phenomenal.
I think that's the first album that I listened to from.
Could be mine too. Could be, or the second album, because the other ones, the older ones, I got them on CD. But maybe the second album that I was introduced to Misanthropia with. Man, everything on this album is great. The production is great. The drumming is amazing. So organic. You can hear that it's a human being. So tight. The snare sound. I'm always a very big fan of a nice snare sound. If it's done in a way that is not so digitized and very computerized and all of that, it brings me to the album immediately, sucks me into it.
Because you feel that it's real.
You can feel the effort that is being put by the drummer, So again, I'm saying here, very interesting themes also, lyrically. Like they have themes of horror and, storytelling and crimes and stuff. Like even the album artwork from Omerta. There's like two mafia guys dead on a chair and behind a table. Very unique. We've never seen any artwork like that for a black metal band.
No, not
especially.
for black metal. For death metal, maybe.
Yes, exactly. But for this type of band, you feel that there's also, in their way, not like emulating or anything, but the Cradle of Filth type of Karach Angren maybe. That kind of
horror.
Vibe, horror themes, crime, I don't know, like possession and hauntingness and stuff like that. Amazing, and such a journey. Brilliant album. Some Demo Borgir also sound in their synthesizers and all of the epic parts that they do. They have a lot of riffage also, just like Lyre of Golgotha. They have a lot of sometimes melodic stuff and tremolo picking, blast beats, mid-pace stuff, catchy tunes, catchy melodies. Diverse beats and moods. They have 5 albums. This band is also, I think it's overlooked in a way. They are on the same label that Anomic is with, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I feel that this band deserves a bigger label. With all respect to Wormhole, but this is a band that started out in 2005, I think.
Yeah. Pretty recent. Yeah.
Well, not recent. 2005, that's 20 years.
Yeah, okay.
It's been a while now.
Sure.
Yeah. So I think they should, and they only have 5 albums. They don't have any EPs, no singles, no demos, just 5 albums.
I really like that, actually.
Yeah. Dennis I've seen them live again once or twice. Really good on stage, good live band, very tight. I love melodic black when it's done in this way, in a very interesting and unique way. So they needed to be on my main list.
They were actually on my list as well. So I'm glad you took them.
Yeah, I needed to. So if I want to choose a song, let's go with From Omerta, because that's an awesome album. I think every black metal fan who likes a little bit of symphonic, epic, atmospheric storytelling should listen to Omerta. The song is called The Infinite Winter. Although I wanted to choose Omerta, the song itself, but I felt like this is the first or the second song after the intro. I wanted to go more for the deeper cuts.
Yeah.
So The Infinite Winter.
Sure. Yeah.
Yes, the life was what he
when we were talking about doing this episode, I really needed to do Karagangren.
Of course.
That's one of my favorite Dutch bands, and I was so glad that they came back with a new EP, because I thought they maybe stopped playing altogether, because they've been gone for like 5 years. They took their Corona break a bit long, I think, but
yeah.
But they're back, and
they were on our tip list at some point.
They were at the tip list, because they just released their EP, Cult of Kariba. While I didn't like Ik Kom Uit Het Graf, that's the only song I didn't like on that EP. But they released so much good stuff, and they are a very theatrical band.
100%.
Very melodic, symphonic black metal band. Technically, I think they're horror, extreme, whatever. It's black metal, but with like horror themes, probably.
Yeah. I feel like sometimes they border on proggy a little bit. Like prog black, in a way. Not prog, but you know what I mean? Like technical, with all these elements combined. It feels like a little bit of
and all these, a lot of variety and different transitions and stuff like that. True. They have six albums now and two EPs, so I would say they are influential.
Oh yeah. I think one of the biggest black metal bands
for the Netherlands. Yeah. And you just mentioned Dimmu. I think this would qualify as the Dutch version of Dimmu.
100%. They are. And Cradle also.
And Cradle, both in a similar storytelling.
And epic and
also, they borrow like themes from myths, but also recent affairs like World War II and stuff like that. They merged that into their music as well as like storytelling, weird horror stories.
Also, I think there was an album. There's like a crime or something. I forgot now. Mo, our guitarist, was telling. He's a big fan of them. He was telling me that you listen to this album. I forgot which one now. The story of it, a girl got like killed, and she's in her mind. I forgot now. I don't want to butcher the story, but there's a lot of like a dense storytelling indeed, and I like that.
And there are quite a few tracks that I would want to play, but there's one that's my absolute favorite, and that's The Funeral Dirge for a Violinist.
Oh yes,
I love that track so much.
Me too.
Anything with violin on it, basically, but this is such an epic tale. And it's beautiful in a way that only black metal can probably express that raw emotion.
Indeed. It puts you in that mood, like the epicness and atmosphere and journey. Indeed. Maybe sometimes doom, but not with the speed.
Yes, it borders on doom in that sense that it's very emotional,
yes,
I think.
100%.
Right, so that's the track we're going to listen to from Karagangren. And
awesome.
Again, I'm glad they're back.
Yeah.
just wanted to mention one more thing about Karagangren, because it's actually not a band, it's a two-man project.
Oh, yeah, indeed.
They used to be a three, because they had a drummer, but that drummer quit, I think. But that's I think that's interesting with black metal, because most other genres, they usually are full bands, but in black metal there are so many solo projects, or maybe two-man projects, but more so solo projects actually.
Yep. We talked about this, I think, in one of our earlier episodes. We were maybe it applies also. We were talking about I don't know which band, maybe from Dan, one of Dan's bands.
Yeah.
And we were talking about how, this whole theme of the 90s, a lot of musicians, they wanted to start a band, and they didn't want to go to a studio and have a whole thing like playing live and all of that.
Yeah.
So they just did everything in the basement.
Yeah.
They would program drums, program synth, and they would record guitars and vocals and bass.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was like a trend when it happened in the 90s, before trend was a trend.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of even black metal musicians now, they still have that influence, that spirit, to create a
do
band
it yourself.
on your own. Yep. Very down low. I think it's cool. I think it's if the musician is good and he understands, because let's be honest, some shitty bands out there with those kinds of
sure. And,
one man bands.
There's also a lot of shitty black metal solo projects because
that's what I mean. Yeah, those are sometimes just like a guy who plays 2 chords and he starts a band. Like, dude, can you learn a little bit more and then start a band?
At least he's putting his raw emotion out there in a way.
I don't know. Raw
it's
emotion.
Not,
it's controversial for me. You can go scream into a wall. It's raw emotion.
Sure.
But for music, I feel that you have to learn a little bit about the craft. It's art.
Sure.
You cannot say I'm a painter and just you took one class and you start painting and you release.
But
things.
It could be a starting point, though.
Yeah, sure. It's good to have feedback from the audience as well.
Yeah.
But this one-man project and two-man project is even prevalent since Immortal. Immortal did like they were 3 and then became 2. And,
True.
Yeah.
True.
So we were just discussing how hard it was to choose from the black metal bands compared to the doom metal episode.
Because there are so many more black metal bands than there are doom bands.
Indeed. There was, both are hard. Like doom, it's hard to find the band, and black, it's hard to condense the bands. It's hard to keep the list short. Unbelievable. All right. So
next up,
my third one. I'm gonna leave the most classic one, at least on my list, till the end. Although again, this is it's not in particular order. Yeah.
Sure.
Askrau.
Yes, it was on my shoutout list.
Yeah, this band, I was not a big fan of theirs. They were okay, like a older band. They have how many? 6 albums. I see them on every show, a black metal show in Europe. I think they're always there. I think I knew why I was not a big fan of theirs when I listened more now in depth. I think the vocals in some parts, when he's doing the shouty, screamy thing instead of the black metal sound. But now that I've been listening to them for a while, again, I didn't hate it. I liked it, but I didn't dive deeper into them. Now I love these vocals.
Yeah, so
imagine how
you needed to
understand it more and get into it, because I like uniqueness. I like stuff that are challenging, and that was a challenging thing for me. I think I didn't give them much of a chance early on, but I knew about them. I knew a couple of albums. I have them even, but when I dove deeper and went into the album like Facade, for example, Facade is killer album. Just the melody, like here, melodic, atmospheric, tasteful synth work. Vocals is an acquired taste. That's what I struggled with.
Who's the vocalist for?
I don't know what his name is, to be honest.
Let me check.
But he's an acquired taste. I mean, not everyone could like him.
I think it's Devi. Let me check.
Really?
I think so. Metal Archives.
Yeah, he has a lot of, many pitches even. He's not just singing black and shouty. Even within the shouty realm that he's using, he has different pitches. There's the preacher type of sound that he has, preaching, standing on a podium.
Oh yeah, no, it's not Devi, but also if you look them up on... I did an interview with Askrau actually a while back last year. If you look them up on Metal Archives, they have their black metal names written on there. So
You like they look the part, you mean?
They definitely look the part. They have the corpse paint
Corpse
on.
paint and all. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's the name of the vocalist is Vaal. So yeah,
All right.
I know who it is. I'm not sure what his name is though, but
You can find it then if you press on.
yeah,
go to the
probably.
main
But
page.
he's that's actually.
That's his name. Dion.
I thought it was a different guy though, but apparently it's Dion.
Dion.
Anyway.
Well, he is actually, now that I got into the band a little more, and I will get into them really way more now, I think he's one of the highlights of the bands, of the band members. He's like very captivating, whether you like him or dislike him. He is one of the highlights of the whole formula of the band. Again, like I said, he has this preachy, type of screamy, like standing on at a podium or on a podium, like a dictator or something, just screaming at people. And then he has that more evil, also shouty, not black metal, but shouty, like like he plays with his pitch a lot, even outside of the black, especially outside of the black metal, when he's doing a little bit of clean. He has a lot of pitches, a lot of approaches, very theatrical. He's very theatrical in his approach. I give him that many pitches. I like the talky, screamy one. Doesn't always hit right, but if you get used to it, and in the mix with the actual black metal, because his black metal voice is amazing. His black metal pitch, killer.
Like the high.
The normal black. He has a very distinct one, but very, very good one. Like if he would only use that, he would still be amazing. Mm-hmm. So to incorporate other ways and approaches to his vocals, it makes it even better.
But it's a very theatrical band with different themes.
I don't know what lyrically they talk about. Honestly, I've never, dove into it. Do you know what they talk about?
They're into.
I think it's apocalypse and history and shit. Like that.
But also there was this. I need to look back on that interview because it was some kind of very. Philosophical book, I think, that they used as inspiration for their latest album. But they have very intelligent themes.
All right, that's cool. That makes it even cooler. Wow, I'll check that. I'll dive deeper. I think they sing in Dutch the whole time, right? Most of their songs.
Yeah, most of it. Yeah. Have you listened to the drums on Aschrouw?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Those are insane.
Insane blast beats, the tasteful fills, the even the production is amazing. Like the black metal vocals amazing. They'll be able to get the bands well. Yeah, the drumming is just fantastic, and they have atmosphere. They incorporate a little bit of synth here and there in a very tasteful way. They have mid-pace stuff. It's just a journey. Like listening to this band is really like a journey. I listened to, I think, 3 albums. The one that very much captivated me was Facade, and also what's the other one? Yeah, very, very unique band in their own right. They're not traditional. Yeah, when I listened to Crater, also one of the older albums, the production was not so good. I think that's when I did not get pulled in. And when I started with them, it was 2016, Crater. I did not like, or Crater, I don't know if it's in Dutch. I did not like it so much. I'm like, okay, it's a kind of generic black metal. But as they went in, this one, what is it called? Icefall,
yeah.
That's amazing. And Facade and the newer one. This last
Oorsprong.
one. Oorsprong.
Yeah.
Amazing album. Amazing.
But also in terms of recording quality.
It improved a lot. Remember we were talking the previous episodes that, you see some bands improve and evolve in terms of production, in terms of density and composition. For me, that is one of those bands.
Yeah.
Like the older albums did not pull me in so much. The newer stuff, a lot more thought and a lot more... weight to them.
But this is one of Floris's bands as well. So we're going to talk about him in the shout-outs.
All right. Oh, really? All right.
What track do you want to play from Aschrouw?
It's called Offerande.
Okay.
From Facade.
Yes. All right. Let's listen to it. All right, so
What's your next?
next up was the one that I actually forgot about completely until I saw them when I did my research on Metal Archives, and I was like, "Fuck! How did I forget about this band? Especially because they came out with an album last year, and also that's also a band that just disappeared for I think 5 years or so. Also, very long COVID transition, probably maybe. Slechtvalk.
Yeah, that's the one you traded Misanthropic.
Yes, yeah. I wanted Slechtvalk in because this is a weird memory. I used to be a Christian,
Right.
and I went to a Christian festival called what was it called? Flevo Festival, which was a Christian metal festival in the Netherlands, or Christian rock festival. I don't know. There are two bands that I remember from that festival, and one was Extol, which is also a black metal band.
Yeah, what were they doing there? How
They
did they squeezed themselves into
They
that?
were white metal back then.
Oh, like Christian Black?
Yes.
Okay,
And
okay.
also Slechtvalk used to be white metal. I'm not sure that they are still Christian though. They might be.
All right.
But
Interesting.
yeah, and that's how I got to know Slechtvalk. So
Wow.
even when I was little, I was listening to black/white metal, and I loved it very
Fits
much.
with the Christmas theme.
It fits with the Christmas theme,
Right.
for sure.
I like a lot of Christian metal bands in different genres. I like in thrash and black. There's Antestor, also I discovered when I was younger. In thrash, there's a lot. Also, there's like Tourniquet and Sacrament. And,
Tourniquet.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of good bands. Deliverance,
Yeah.
really good bands.
Oh, yeah.
They get the bad
Yeah.
rap because of the theme.
Yeah.
But musically, they're amazing.
Yeah.
They're amazing.
Yeah, and same with Slechtvalk. And they started out as a black metal band. They've incorporated more folk metal later on. So they're more veering towards like Amon Amarth, for instance.
Okay.
But still very much symphonic black, maybe with some folk elements.
I should check them out.
Yeah.
The name is familiar to me, but I don't think I've listened to them. I don't think I...
They have like a ton of albums. I think 6 albums or so, and then a
Alright.
ton of live albums. And Slechtvalk, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, and the latest album, At Death's Gate, it came out last year, and then we're gonna play the title track of this album because that's the first one I heard of the new album, and I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, this is what I was missing. And there's actually, I don't think there are bands in the Netherlands that have a similar sound to what they do.
Okay.
And I really hope that they will rebuild their fame a little bit. Yeah, and continue.
Famous.
Well, I'm not sure if they were. I'm not sure how famous they were. I think they have.
When did you see them, this festival? When was it?
Well, how old would I have been? I think maybe I was like 20 or so.
Okay.
Ish. So, do I want to mention how long that is ago?
That's up to you. That's why I stayed silent.
15 plus years or so ago. I don't know.
All right.
Quite a while. But I think if you check Spotify, they have over 10,000 listeners.
Wow,
still. I think.
Really cool.
Yeah,
very cool.
I think so.
Happy for them.
It's one of the bigger bands. Not as big as Karag Angren, of course, but one of the bigger bands. And they've actually not been active that long. They've been active since 2000, so it's not.
No,
that-
2000.
not
I mean,
that
we're
old.
talking about their tail end of the 90s movement.
Yeah.
So they're still in the originators.
Yes.
I would say.
Yeah, for the Dutch scene, for sure. And just one side note, because I know that there are a lot more underground and also more old school black metal artists in the Netherlands, and that scene is pretty big as well.
Yep.
I know you have one that on your list that's coming after, but they are. A lot of them are really similar, and also a lot of them just had like two albums, and a lot of EPs, so they wouldn't qualify for the 3 album minimum. Not to say that they aren't really good. So that's why my shoutout list is that long.
Yeah. Me too, actually. There's one that I specifically in my notes have that, like, if they had 3 albums, they would be on my main list.
Yeah.
We'll get to it.
But this, since I've reignited my Slechtvolk love again. I've been listening to them non-stop. So in that regard, they should be on my list because I really like their music.
Absolutely. And they are, like you said, an older band, so they deserve the
And I'm really curious to hear what you think of this band. If you
I definitely will listen to them. Yeah, right. I'm in a black metal mood now since this episode.
It fits the weather, I think.
Yep, absolutely. Right. And I like black metal. Like I come back to it a lot.
Yeah.
I listen to all kinds of genres, but black metal, I always come back to it. Like when I feel dark and depressed.
Now that we're speaking of it, there's another one I want to add to my shoutout list. But
nice.
We're going to do that. The shoutout list is going to be longer and longer. Yeah. Anyway, at Death's Gate, Slechtvolk.
All right.
So final one on your list.
My final one. You finished your 3, huh?
I finished my 3, yeah, but I found another one for my shoutout list.
Yeah. It's now like a supermarket paper.
Yeah,
receipt. All right, so this is I think in my list at least, the most classic one per se. Also, this band I was not a huge fan of. I respected them a lot. I knew them since I was a teenager also. But they also had that raw production, kind of like almost samey in a way. Like I've listened to these riffs before, I've heard them before. They never caught me in a what do we call it, chokehold or whatever. I never got that feeling until we want to do this episode, and I listened to some of the newer stuff. And, oh man,
the newer stuff. I've heard from this,
especially this
band.
album.
Or is it a band or is it a solo project?
Oh, interesting. I don't know.
Because I think it's a solo. Let me look that up.
Really?
I think it's a solo project. Yeah, I think so.
By now, is it? Because I think it was a band at some point.
Might be, but I thought it was a solo project, which is fine. Because, but again, there are a lot of.
There's 3 people in it now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, the band is Kirith Gorgor.
All right. I thought. Oh, but you have put it. No, I was thinking of another thing.
Another band.
Yeah. All right. Never mind.
Some people say Sirith, some
Sirith
people say
Gorgor.
Kirith, because I heard someone say Kirith Ongo. So yeah, I don't know if it's Sirith or Kirith, but yeah, this band been around since the 90s. They were called Dark Sorceress.
Yeah.
And then 1996 they became Sirith or Kirith Gorgor. Yeah, massive band, of course. One of the, at least in the Dutch scene, the oldest and the most respected. They have 8 albums and 2 EPs. Yeah, the older albums like Onwards to the Spectral Defile, Unveiling the Essence, I had those when I was younger. And yeah, they were like listening to Marduk, like listening to, who else was, at war. Those bands that not war metal, but black metal. I love blast beats. The whole song, blast beats, and production was lo-fi.
Yeah.
It was good, at the time when you want to listen to something evil and get drunk. That was a perfect thing to do.
Yeah.
But then I listened to Visions of the Exalted Lucifer. That's also, I knew it from a while, but Sovereign. Sovereign hit me like a ton of bricks. This album, 2019. The production is like a whole different band, first of all. Composition-wise is a whole different band. They still have the savagery, the heavy
blast beats.
Yeah,
still.
all of the, destruction. You can feel the destruction, the Marduk destruction. I immediately related them to Marduk the most back in the day. And they, the pummeling, all of that, very, very heavy, but they became more interesting. They became more
technical.
Indeed, more dynamic, a lot of transitions, a lot of slowing down and going back, and it became like peak and valleys. It's not just blast beat the whole album. And I like that more than the blast beat. I like the blast beat when it's, I'm in the mood for that. But this I could listen to anytime. Yeah. Anytime. If I want to listen to something dense, this Sovereign will be the new album. I did not check so thoroughly, to be honest. Didn't have the time. Sirith Gorgor, MMX and whatever, 2022. I didn't listen to that one so much because Sovereign just caught me off guard, and I just kept listening to it the whole time. Here in my notes, 2 vocal styles, screamy and black. He also has the screamy, tortured type of screaming, not singing. It was like almost weeping in a way. Yeah. There's some weeping parts in the songs, and it just gives you goosebumps. They have screaming black metal, savage blast beats, dark evil, and pure destruction. And at some parts, there's some melodic sections, which also is interesting. Even in the old days, by the way, I also went back to Spectral Defile, and the song Winter Embraces Lands Beyond. That's like almost not them even. You're almost listening to a folky, melodic black metal song. If you put that, you would never say this is the same band. Really cool song from the older albums. But the new one, they have melodic sections, they have chord progressions. They have like the intervals, all the very, very catchy stuff. Weirdly enough to say catchy about black metal. Melodic parts, killer drumming. The drumming is pummeling. Just when he blasts, unbelievable. When he's doing slow things, very tasteful. I'm talking about Sovereign specifically now. Very tasteful rolls and fills and dynamics. Is just not boring. It's not boring. Maybe it was a little bit boring for me the early days.
The early ones,
They were young, you know. Granted, you can,
Yeah.
you know, you cannot judge that, but you can feel. I like when now I like the older albums more. You know why? Because it shows the evolution. Like
Yeah.
wow, how they were feeling when they were younger, and now they really wanted to improve on their craft. They did not stay in
Yeah.
one bucket and just kept going and going without any evolution. I like bands who evolve. Production has improved drastically. So, yeah, this is a classic band. This is an old band that deserves respect. Had to be on the main
Yeah.
list. If I
I'm
want to
glad
choose
you
a
chose
song,
them.
yeah, had to. They were on my mind like in the right when we came up with the idea of the episode. I knew I was gonna choose them either for the main or the shout out, but I did not think I would be blown away by this album specifically.
Yeah.
So I want to choose the song Hellbound from Sovereign.
shout-out list.
Shout-out list.
I'm going to start with Floris Veldhuis. Just the man, Floris Veldhuis, because he's in like a ton of projects and all of them deserve to be in the black metal episode. And he's like, I think he might be one of the influential people in the black metal community as we speak, because he's in so many bands. Because he's in Aschrouw. He's also in the band that we had in the tiplijst before, Hexagraph, together with Daan. Daan Bleuming is also in a ton of black metal projects. Also a lot of solo projects he does.
Hellevaarder, of course.
Hellevaarder, yeah. Hellevaarder is also... But they only have two albums.
Well, we mentioned them as a shout-out list, yeah.
Yeah. But back to Floris. Aschrouw, Hexagraph, Meslamthea, Sageland, Schavot. That's actually his solo, one of his solo projects as well. And The Color of Rain. And The Color of Rain...
I don't know them.
Yeah, you should listen to it. You're gonna love that, The Color of Rain.
Okay.
I know.
Black metal also?
It's black metal, but it's progressive black metal. Progressive symphonic black metal, and it's amazing. I love it so much. They have an album, an EP and a split EP together with Meslamthea, actually. But it's different.
Band.
Yeah, it's his bands, but they are a little bit similar, but also different.
Okay.
But the album Oceans Above from The Color of Rain, it was my favorite album of 2023 when it came out. And I like all of the songs equally on that album, and it's amazing.
Okay.
Really intricate, different melodical parts, but really like with the blast beat parts, really pummeling as well. I love that.
All right. I'll check them out.
Yeah,
I'm not familiar with the guy even.
Yeah, well, we should Floris, if you listen to this, we should get you on one of our episodes to talk about black metal in the Netherlands, because I probably you know way more than we do, I guess. But yeah, he should for sure be on the episode.
Always good. I'm always in for learning. Always in, especially from someone who's on the inside.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and he's been around since forever, I think. Floris, yeah.
Floris.
Yeah.
He's like in his 40s, right? I think I checked him out at some point. I don't know.
Might be. Might be in his 40s.
Yeah.
But at least,
reliable generation.
He knows a lot.
All right. Cool. I'll check them out. I'm not so familiar with them, but I'm familiar with the guy's name. I think you mentioned him to me, and I know Hexagraph.
Yeah.
So yeah, cool. I'm glad that these people are getting mentioned and getting...
Yeah, and also Hellevaarder, because it was also on my shout-out list. Yeah. That's one of Daan's bands, and Hellevaarder did a split EP, a four-way split, called Verloren Vertellingen. That maybe we can just have an episode about that EP.
Oh, I like that.
Because it's... and even just the album art of that is really cool. It's like an old map of the Netherlands, and then split in 4 parts, and then all the bands have their logos on it, and it's a split with Hellevaarder, Duindwaler, Schavot, and Aschrouw, where Aschrouw is Floris' band, Schavot is Floris' solo project, Hellevaarder is Daan's band, and then Duindwaler is Daan's solo project. So
that's really
all
cool.
black metal. They have like similar stories on that EP, all about like Dutch myths or Dutch stories, basically.
Wow, that would be an interesting episode.
Yeah, I think that would be.
If we get him on that episode.
Yeah, or Daan, or maybe both.
Yeah.
But so Hellevaarder and Floris Veldhuis, part of my shout-out list.
All right. You're condensing 2 or 3 shout-out bands in one go. Good. Smart.
All right. What's yours?
I'll go to one of mine. Okay. This one is, I think, a new discovery. I knew the name. I don't know if I heard any songs by them any time, but I've seen something about them. And I didn't even probably know that they were Dutch. But when I did the research and I checked them out, I'm like, yeah, I know this name. And I went in, and oh God, I'm so happy that I did. The band's called Codex Mortis.
Okay, yeah. Oh. I've heard that name before.
Exactly, that's what happened with me. Oh. This is one of 2 bands, I'm going to say. If they had more than 2 albums, they would be on my main list, honestly. I know they might not be influential, but sometimes, you choose influential, sometimes you choose favorites, right? That's
Yes.
how it goes.
Yeah.
So this is black metal with some death metal and awesome grooves. There's some death metal in the composition, just like Zyklon type. If you're a fan of Zyklon, if you're a fan of Hate, maybe a little old Behemoth, that kind of stuff. Really cool riffage, mute chugging, but then full on black metal speed, melodic, sometimes evil. Two vocals, also two vocal styles, intricate riffs. I'm saying they have some technical riffage to them, unexpected chord progressions, solos. They have some solos. There's a song here called "It Dies with Me." That's one of their newest songs from the new, I don't know, EP or album. I forgot now. It's called one of the singles. "It Dies with Me." Killer song. Mix of melodic and evil. They have some really melodic sections where you have that old school dissection, Lord Belial, even Dark Funeral vibe when they have a little melodic. And then they have that evil, also Dark Funeral when they go evil, Gorgoroth, those bands like Evil, Raw, amazing. But again, they have this tinge of death metal that I loved so much, and the production is great. The production is crisp, can hear everything. Just an amazing band. I think this band has a lot in store. Like they should be big. I want to talk to them, to play with them live. Really, I'm very much enjoying this new discovery. Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, Codex Mortis.
Nice. I probably have a couple of bands on my shoutout list that you would really enjoy as well.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
One of them is a band that I discovered, I think, 2 years ago, Deathless Void.
Yeah. This one I know also, like in the same vein. I know them. I think I listened to something from them.
Yeah.
But I don't know them much.
I learned about them because they played Graveland Festival 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And they had an album released, I think, last year or maybe 2 years ago. I don't remember. And they're from Amsterdam as well, so
Oh, wow.
they might be your neighbors. Who
Okay.
knows?
Okay.
But
what
also
style, like black?
very,
Black?
yeah, but very like symphonic black, or very theatrical, epic vibes.
Okay. I like that.
So yeah, that's probably right up your alley, I think.
I like that a lot. We will try to fit in on the bill.
Who knows? You have more on your shout-out list?
Yeah. I'll mention this band now. I'm not also the biggest fan of this band, but their influence and their impact on the global scene is undeniable. And it's Azagram.
Yeah.
That's how you say it, Azagram?
I think so. Yeah.
Azagram.
Yeah.
So, they...
Also because I wanted to include them in my shout-out, but I didn't. But I'm glad you did. They deserve a spot on the shout-out list because it's an all-female black metal.
That's what I'm saying. But that's one of the main impacts that they have on the scene. Every black metal show now, most likely you'll see them on the bill. It's a all-female band, and people in the metal scene, they are kind of attracted to bands with females, which is not a bad thing as long as there's musicianship. And these girls can play, like they are really musicians. They're not,
not just
it's
eye candy, but
Pornhub or
yeah.
OnlyFans. They are actually musicians.
Yeah.
And Obscura is like a real, fanatic. Like she's into metal. Like you can see she's a metalhead and she believes in what she's talking about. She's not faking the Luciferian and Satanist. She's a theistic Satanist even, I think. When I went back in the day when they came out, like, wow, this band is extreme. I went into the interviews with her before even I got to Holland, I think, or maybe just early on. And she believes in all of this. She's not faking it. So, yeah, they had, as being a female band, a lot of, I think, girls would look up to them and think you can do it, you can do this.
Sure.
They're playing all over the world now. It's not just a Dutch influence. They're globally influential. They're pretty evil. They have a lot of evil, some melodic sections here and there, just to add like a little dynamic and a little atmosphere, but very evil, very, like heavy.
Yeah.
If you listen to their music, it's pretty extreme.
Yeah,
so they cannot be denied.
That's probably why it didn't make my shout-out list, because I personally don't really resonate with their kind of
I know
music.
what you mean.
Yeah.
I like the evil vibe, but something in the musical, the compositions also doesn't always pull me in. Like there's something I feel, I don't want to say bored, this is a big word, but you know, I feel like all of a sudden I'm thinking about something else. I'm not always invested in what I'm hearing. I need sometimes a little bit of a challenging uniqueness.
Yeah.
I don't find it
Just
much.
a little interesting.
Yeah,
A little bit more
yeah,
interesting.
but they have songs like that. They have
Yeah,
really
yeah.
interesting songs, interesting lyrical themes if you read them. So yeah, you cannot deny the impact that they have. You know, especially Obscura. She's one of the, I think, the biggest female black metal female, you know, figure in Holland. So that has to be on the shoutout list.
All right. Another one that I really wanted on the shoutout list is Argwaan. And they also have 3 albums, 3 full lengths.
Oh.
So it could have been on the main list, but I just like the other bands more.
All right.
Also, one of the Dutch black metal bands that sing only in Dutch, or scream only in Dutch, because it's not singing.
We say singing, everyone will
understand. And they have very, like, political themed tracks as well.
Interesting.
Yeah, and just a great band. Also melodic black. There's a lot of melodic black on my on my list.
All right, what are they called again?
Argwaan.
Argwaan.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know how that translates to English.
All right. When did they start?
Suspicion,
I'm not
probably.
familiar with them. Suspicion.
That's
when did
probably...
they start? I'm not familiar with them.
I'm not sure that I wrote that down. Their first album is from 2021, so they're probably yeah.
All right. Good.
I'll look it up when you while you talk about your next shoutout list.
Cool. The next one, should I go with this or this? No, I'll go with this. This is another band that I'm...
2019.
They started out. All right, 3 albums.
Oh, it's pretty, actually depressive black metal, but it's pretty melodic.
It's black metal. But they're pretty productive. 2019. And,
and already albums. 3 albums, yeah.
Wow. Good for them. This next band, I tried my best to get into them. I cannot.
But they still made it to your shoutout list.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's what I think the essence of these episodes are, or is. The essence of these episodes is not just to mention our favorite things.
True.
You have to mention... Yeah. First of all, they have a big fan base, obviously, this band. And to mention something that is influential.
Yeah. And to give like a general overview of the Dutch scene. Basically.
Exactly, yes. Whether you like it or not, it doesn't matter. You have to be a little bit democratic and a little bit unbiased when you choose. So, Urfaust.
Ah, sure, yeah.
I tried to get into the clean vocals. No, this is not the clean vocals that I like. But it's very unique band. Very unique band. I know a friend of mine, a girl who lives in Austria. She's a big fan of theirs, and she's a big fan of the new album. They have 7 albums, and disbanded in 2023. So they're done. I listened to like 3 or 4 of them. It's especially the earlier ones. They're very lo-fi production. The drums is like recorded in a toilet or something. A lot of the times it's just offbeat and like off tempo, but there's a charm to it. You cannot deny the charm. And the music is really good sometimes, like the atmosphere, the ambience, because they're ambient black metal.
Yeah.
That's what they are. And also it's good to have different subgenres of black metal, you know.
Yeah.
I thought that would be important to add to the list. We have symphonic, melodic, raw, ambient, again, people who like that kind of stuff will definitely, and don't know this band, will probably like it. If you like clean vocals that is almost weepy and, I don't know, it's off-kilter, like he's not always in tune. There's like someone being tortured in a clean singing. Which again is interesting and unique in its own right. Never was my thing. And they have screams also, of course. Yeah. They have shouting and black metal and all of that. But yeah, I know that it's an important band. Again, a friend of mine from Austria, she loves them. So yeah, I think they have a lot of, I checked their Spotify also, a lot of listeners.
Yeah.
So important band in the Dutch scene, and they stopped. So I thought they deserve
a spot.
A moment.
Yeah, for sure. I have a couple more, but let's go for Marrow of Man.
Wow, I don't know. Where did you get these bands from?
Yeah, actually, it's a solo project from Amsterdam.
Also?
Yeah.
How many bands do you know from my city?
I don't know. Actually,
I don't know.
I wanted to grab coffee with the guy. We still haven't met up yet.
All right.
He was named Forlorn Hope first. But
the band?
Yeah, and then he renamed himself to Marrow of Man. one album, two albums. And he's also, I think, in Cult of Carnage.
What?
Yeah.
Which guy? We just played with him.
I don't know. I need to figure out.
Wait.
Marrow of Men. If you're
Marrow?
Marrow of Men.
MERRO?
Let me see if there's a picture. There's no picture. But he's doing guitars and vocals, backing vocals. He's one of the guitarists. I might have actually met the guy.
Wow.
when I saw them at Almere. If I met you, I'm so sorry that I left. I probably did. Anyway.
Oh, Marrow of Men.
Yeah, Marrow of Men.
He's and the guitarist and vocalist, yeah.
Yeah. And I first got to know him when his first EP came out, Depth, Paid in Blood, which was under the name Forlorn Hope, and then he put it out again under the name Marrow of Men.
Okay.
His full-length Ancient Hymns of the Apocalypse.
Yeah, I see now.
It was amazing, and I cannot wait for you to hear that. Maybe we need to play a little bit after this, but
right.
Also...
He's doing everything on the album.
Yeah, he does, but he programs the drums. For the first EP, I gave the feedback, because I did a review, I think, that it was a little bit muddy, and it's also very interesting to see that within 2 EPs and an album, he made a really big jump in production as well. Very tastefully done melodic black metal.
All right.
It's so impressive that it's just a one-man band.
That's I'm surprised because I think I know which one you're talking about. He's the guy with the not so long hair, like this long,
I think
right?
so. I think so.
We talked after the show. We played together in the cave the other day.
Nice.
Us and them and Horrific Disposal, and I didn't know that he has another band. I'm talking more with Daniel, the drummer of Cult of Carnage. But this is very interesting. I'm definitely going to check him out.
We'll listen to it in a little bit.
The cool guy is actually Cult of Carnage, so even him.
Very nice guys.
Yeah, very nice guys. All right, cool choice.
You still have more on your list?
I have one, yes.
Okay.
I hope I don't butcher this one. So this is the band, also another band like Codex Mortis. If they had 3 albums, they would definitely be on my main list.
Yeah.
I've liked them since they started. I've seen them live once or twice, I think, at Harmbach Metalfest or Deathfest or something like that. They were there when they had 2 nights, one black metal, one death metal. They were opening for Ancient on that night. Helleruin.
Also a one-man project.
The dude is, indeed. He's one guy, yeah. And, oh man. I've listened to them before. I like them a lot and everything, but now with detail, like we said, with details. When you listen with focus and detail, you want to know the details of the band if you want to include it or not, because you have to choose eventually, and some bands will get bumped out. So you want to be very thorough in your choices. And when I did listen to them, I'm like, yep, they're never leaving this list. They have to stay. Yeah. Not only that, but again, if they had 3 albums, I would have put them on the list right away.
Yeah. Same for me, especially the last album that
yes, Death Darkness or some Devil's Death, something, right?
A lot of these.
Yeah, killer.
Very
both
evil.
Both albums are just insanely good. They have, what's the first album called? Yeah, War Upon Man, and Devil's Death and Dark Arts. Those 2, and they have a couple of EPs also, and a lot of singles. I mean. Here I say, his name is Niels Kauper.
Okay.
Niels Kauper, right? That's how you say it?
Probably, yeah.
Main guy.
I know what he looks like when he's with his corpse paint and his ridiculously long spikes.
Yeah, Niels Kauper. He's 30 years old.
Oh, wow. So
interesting. He does everything. You can hear that the drums are live. He is playing the drums. I am like 99% sure it's actually him recording, because he's in other bands too, and he plays drums in them. So I think he's a drummer.
But he's live. He does vocals.
Right? Yeah, of course. In live setting, of course, he gets musicians and stuff. But you can hear. I think that he's the actual drummer. He's in bands. Played Ithraid's Ingrid. He was a drummer. Locus Ammonius. Remember that band we talked about?
Yeah.
Doom? He's the drummer and bassist of that band too. The melodic doom death.
Yeah.
Another band here also. Orifut.
Orenwood. I've never heard of that.
Also drummer. So he is definitely a drummer.
Yeah,
that's established. So yeah, for him to do everything is just, and on this level, that's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
One man show.
Yeah.
But on that level, that's what I respect. That's
Yeah.
when yes, dude, you got it. You got the fucking message. You know what to do. Here I'm saying 30 years old, plays all instruments and vocals, amazing drummer, amazing singer and composer.
Really great musician.
Yep, yeah. Atmosphere, sadness, despair, melodic harmonies and layers. Just he has it all. Like when you're listening to this, the melodic sections when they are expansive and like very open, it really sucks you in with this weather. Fits perfectly. Like a lot of despair with his vocals. Also, the way he shouts, the way he delivers. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Amazing band. If you had 3 albums, you would be on my list, dude.
Yeah.
Kudos.
But worthy of the shoutout list nonetheless.
Yeah.
All right.
That's it for my shoutout list.
Yeah, I have one more because
you can go 7 more, 8 more.
Yeah, but I combined like all the Flores bands into one into one shoutout. Also, when I was I don't know this band, but I want to mention the name because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna fuck it up. I was looking through the very long list on Metal Archives of Dutch black metal bands, and this one stood out because it's like, if you ever want to play like Galgje, I don't know, or Hangman, that's the thing in English. I don't know this band, but it's a very, very long and difficult name. Hexa Koiso Hexaconta Hexaphilia.
Holy.
Yeah, it's like this long. I don't know what it is. I just wanted to say the name.
Yeah, it's fun to say the name. I didn't see that.
Hexacoisioi Hexaconta Hexaphilia.
Wow.
Whatever.
All right.
But that was not on my shout-out list. Banecarver, however, is.
Okay, all right.
Have you heard Banecarver before?
Yeah, also in passing. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I got to know him, also solo project, by the way, when he came out with his EP Two Wolves. Do you know like the metaphor of the 2 wolves that are inside you and whichever you feed grows?
Yeah.
Yeah, he actually made an EP about that, but with 3 tracks. So there's actually 3 parts. And what I really like about his music, it's all in Dutch. So if you listen to it, you can really understand what he's talking about. He's in the Twee Wolven. It's very personal. It's about like depression and stuff like that. But it's a very personal EP. The next one that he did was Rode Weduwe. And that's more of a like a story that he wrote, more of a myth.
Okay.
But it's very, very, also melodic. Twee Wolven is more melodic. I think Rode Weduwe is more like mainstream black metal, like a lot of blast beats and fast parts and stuff like that. But also still done in a very epic way, very big on storytelling.
All right,
and I really like that.
All right, I didn't get into the lyrical themes. I listened, I think, to a couple of songs when we were doing the...
Yeah, Twee Wolven, that's for sure one of the EPs that I really, really, really enjoyed.
All right. Awesome. Very good to shed light on some of those bands that I think a lot of people wouldn't know, and I wouldn't, like a couple of the bands you mentioned that I've never heard of. So
yeah, The Color of Rain, if from my very long list of things that you need to check out, The Color of Rain is for sure on the top.
This is the progressive black metal one, right?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. And
I'll
then,
check it out on the way home.
All right. And then I'm through with my list.
All right. Killer list, killer fucking bands, killer scene, black metal scene thrives here in the Netherlands.
For sure.
And
there's the Zwarte IJssel. That's and also Zwaardgevecht. De Zwotte Kring.
The festival.
There's Utrecht. Maybe that's the Zwarte IJssel. There, but in around DB's in Utrecht, you know the rehearsal studios.
No, I didn't know.
That's a very big rehearsal studio in Utrecht, and they have like a podium as well.
Okay.
There are a lot of black metal bands that originate from there.
Really? Oh.
There are. You also have Walg. There are
this is a good band.
So
also.
many
How
good
do
black metal
them?
bands.
I forgot them. It's good you mentioned them.
Yeah.
I like this band a lot.
That they could have been on the shoutout list as well.
Yeah.
also they have like 5 albums, so why didn't we put them on the
I don't
black?
know.
Yeah,
It's a lot of bands. That's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
that's why it's hard. Like the Doom was hard to choose to find.
actually, that Walg. Now that we talk about it, Walg should have been on our list because that's an
100%.
amazing band as well.
Yep.
But there are so many.
Yep.
There are so many black metal bands, and I'm pretty sure that we missed 90% of them.
I know a couple of them. Funeral Winds. Also, we missed them. It's a one-man project.
I don't know them.
Since the 90s. The guy, I forgot his name now. He's been in a different band then, I think, and then he did Funeral Winds. But also, again, this for me is more raw and blasty, more war, black metal, but like Marduk. Good band, but there's, again, I have to choose. I had to choose. But this is a
Terzile could
big
have been
band.
on there as well.
Which one?
Terzile.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I think it's more post-black, but that could have been an interesting thing to talk about. They're playing their album release show, I think, this week. The album has been out for a while, I think, but still.
This
Radeloos Ziedend, also like more hardcore black, I think. It's a very like a noisy kind of sound.
All right. This is 1991.
Wow.
Yeah. This dude, one-man
He
project.
looks like a black metal
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. Absolutely. There's, what's his name? Maybe you know him. Oh, shit.
Maurits Jansen, no. I don't know him, but... Yeah, but there are so many cool black metal projects and black metal bands.
Absolutely. The big scene. And again, for me, there's one theme, kind of, for me at least. Forget the older bands like Liar of Golgotha and all these bands that stopped. Some of these bands I discovered for myself. The more time passed, the better they became.
Yeah.
There's some of the bands for me that I like their newer stuff more than the older stuff. I feel the evolution. I feel the fermentation. They fermented within the music and the scene. That's kind of like a theme for me with several bands like Askrau, like Sirith Gorgor or Kirith Gorgor. Who else did we mention? I forget now. Misanthropia.
Yeah.
They became better as they got older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, I think the Dutch metal scene, the Dutch black metal, has their own distinct sound to it.
They do.
More, sometimes it veers a little bit more towards the Scandinavian.
Yep, 100%
bands.
melodic a little bit.
Yeah.
And yep. But they have still their own touch.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Especially when they're singing in Dutch, obviously. But there's
and
something.
it's recognized outside of the Netherlands as well.
Yeah, big scene indeed, big influential. And I was talking to a girl that I know from Russia. I shared on her group. She has a group on Facebook. It's called The Melodic Side of Metal, Jana. So I shared Liar of Golgotha yesterday when I was listening, and she commented, she said, "Wow, that's old school. That's an awesome find that you put, an awesome old school song." I told her, they will be mentioned on today's episode, and she said, "Well, the Dutch scene is filled with amazing bands and black metal, so they know it." Yeah.
Maybe we should do another episode sometime in the future about more about in-depth black metal.
Yeah. We will find more bands, I'm sure.
Yeah, there are tons.
Yeah.
There are tons.
Yep.
All right, that's it for this episode.
Yeah. Hope you like it. Hope you like the
do.
bands. Check them out.
Let us know which bands we missed.
Yeah, because we don't torture us because of some bands you like and we missed.
Yeah. All right. Well, see you next time.